Hey guys, welcome back to our video. So we're going to be starting this video off with a sale. So I sold a copy of Thousand Face Shadow. Here is the card here, and I just had to pull up the order on TCGplayer. Let me move my OBS on this screen. Okay, so I'm just going to be throwing this card into a penny sleeve, just like that. So this card sold for $1.32. and the buyer paid $1.31 in shipping. Total order amount is $2.63, and TCG took a fee out of 68 cents. So the net from TCG is $1.95. However, I will have to pay 73 cents in shipping. So let me calculate that on the calculator. So 195 minus 0.73, and that equals $1.22. And it cost me less than 10 cents for shipping material. So I'm going to throw this card here into a card protector. So let's throw it in here. And as always, there's just going to be links to products I use in the description below. So feel free to check that out. It helps supports the channel and the card business. So I'm just going to be ripping off the piece here and closing that right there. And full disclosure for these card sleeves, I got sent these from TC Guardian, so feel free to check them out. And I use these business envelopes that I get on Amazon. Super useful because on TCG you have the option of printing out the invoice, and the address will just show up in this window here. All you had to do is write your own address up here and then put a stamp on there. So love these business envelopes. So I'm just going to go on to print my packing slip. Print. Let's see, my printer is currently on, and let's hit print here, and just like that, fit to printable area. And I just realized I had the wrong thing selected. Okay, there we go, printed that. And let's see, I'm curious to see the tape on these. Okay, I was gonna decide to see if I wanted to make like a short of this because YouTube is currently pushing out YouTube Shorts, but it's still pretty good in there, so I'm not going to be able to take the card out just to be able to use the card for a short. So now we're just waiting on the packing label to print out, and all I have to do is fold the invoice around the card itself, throw it in here. So yeah, not too bad. I got $1 for this order, and I've said before, if I could just sling a bunch of like $1 cards and be profitable, like, you know, at least $1 per order, I'd be pretty happy. I mean, obviously I would like to make more per sale, but you know, if I'm at least making $1 profit, we'll just take what we could get. So I'm just folding up the invoice here off screen so I don't share any personal information. And I currently have somebody contacting me to purchase some bulk. There's a chance that I might be selling like 1,500 bulk for $100. We were negotiated. I have a listing out of like, you know, 100 bulk cards for $8, which would be 8 cents per card. However, we negotiated, and it's like a little over 6 cents per card if he's buying this volume. He might also be interested in buying some rare cards as well. So I've been sending him some rare cards I own to see if he's interested. Looks like he could be traveling. He's from like Maryland, so he might be driving, he said, somewhere around like 40 minutes to pick these cards up. So I have to actually work on that order. I am a little concerned just due to the distance and how difficult it would be to make it here, that there's a higher chance of this person flaking out. So that's why I'm a little bit more worried about this sale. So we will see. I am a little concerned that I'm going to waste my time to prepare this order and for it to not work out. But I'm sure I will discuss that when the time comes. But yeah, just folded it up and put it in this envelope, and let's get to packing the other order. Alright, so it is a different day. The sale that I had mentioned previously, the Facebook order of like 1,500 cards, that one didn't actually end up working out. I was getting like the vibe that the guy wasn't as interested like as we continued, and I was like, I don't really want to waste my time like preparing this order if this person isn't going to be buying it. So there was like multiple stages talking about what he was looking for, and then ultimately I was like, do you still want this order, or do you just want to maybe buy from me like later on down the road? And these things are just gonna happen. He's like, yeah, I'll have the money set aside. If I'm interested in buying this, I'll let you know in the future. And I was like, yeah, totally. Like this makes sense. As you continue to like talk to people about like the sales and stuff, it's like, oh, sometimes you'll, go through with the sale. Sometimes you won't. It just happens naturally. But just moving forward, got another sale on TCGplayer. This is my largest sale since restarting selling on TCGplayer. I sold this card that I pulled from Tark here. This card is actually becoming really good in standard because a lot of people play mono red. Just breaking down the sale here. So I have it listed at $15.49. They didn't pay any shipping because any order over $5 in my store, you get free shipping. So TCG took out a fee of $2.53. The net from TCG is $12.96, and then I had to pay 73 cents for a stamp. And at this point, like the cost of shipping for me, I don't account for every individual sale, but every order costs me like less than 10 cents to ship because I have partnered with different companies that they provide me with free shipping supplies. For example, TC Guardians, they send me these card protectors. I also have like an affiliate link with Shipping Shield, so they've also sent me free products, so that's why my shipping cost is really low. So let's print out the printing label for this one, or the invoice, and we'll just get this one shipped away. But yeah, very excited to be able to make this sale. And TCG doesn't recommend like tracking for orders under $20. So this order is under $20, so I'm not going to have to pay for tracking. And if you pay for tracking, shipping costs, like if you're just sending like 1, 2, or less than like 10 cards, shipping will probably cost you around $4. I was just pricing it out on Pirate Ship, and if you for 4 ounces and under, you'll pay like $4.25 for ground advantage shipping. And then if you're in between like 4 and 8 ounces, I think it's a little bit more expensive, still under $5, I guess, depending on where you're shipping to. And then it just goes up every 4 ounces until you get to like a pound, and then prices go up higher from there. So yeah, we're not going to be adding shipping on this one, which is a little bit concerning to me, since this is my highest sold card at this point, like since restarting. So hopefully everything goes through. We're just gonna throw it in a plain white envelope, and then we'll send it away and just hope for the best. It's over $12 net, not profit at this point, because this one came from the play booster that I got. The play booster I got for $111, so this puts me at like negative $99 for that purchase. And I still do have cards that will ultimately land me in the profit for that box. It's just a matter of like when I should list them and when they'll actually sell, because I have Ugin from that one. I have Ugin, which is like a $40/$50 card currently. So I'm just waiting for it to go like above 40, maybe go into the 50s or 60s, and then we'll see what we do from there. Or I might just buy it from myself. I haven't decided yet if I actually want to use that card or not, but just taking a look to make sure that everything looks good on the envelope, and then packaging it away. So the envelope itself is still one thing that I pretty much purchased on my own. I get these on Amazon. Again, affiliate links in the description. It helps support the channel and the card business. And down the road, if I could find like a supplier for these business envelopes, that'd be awesome. But that's one of the reasons I think like starting a YouTube channel for your card business is like a good idea, because you could partner with people that provide shipping supplies, and then that'll lower your shipping costs. And yeah, these envelopes are awesome. And I recently bought a collector booster, and I'll go through the cards that I got from that pack probably in the next video, because I don't want this video to be super long. But yeah, we're shipping out this order, and hopefully everything goes well. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.